What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from MTGHeadQuarters.com, doing what I do, old-fashioned booster box crack. This box was provided by the amazing people at MTGCardMarket.com, longest-standing channel sponsor. I'm going to put their link in the description below. You don't have to buy anything from them, but I would appreciate if you at least checked out their website. They're putting out great articles on there now. They've got some sweet Shadows Over Innistrad pre-release events coming on where you can save a bunch of money by going to all four events. They ship anywhere in the world from what I remember, and all the feedback I've gotten from them has been great. And if you're in the Chicagoland area, you should definitely check out their store. Well, I asked them to send me some interesting stuff, and I got a box of Dragon's Maze. Part of me wants to send them a digital punch through the email, but through the email, the internets. But then I realized, you know what, it's been a while since I've opened up any Dragon Maze, and it's pretty interesting that you can buy boxes of this right now on like certain websites for as low as $65. I recommend if you're going to buy it, you should buy it from MTG Card Market though, and not one of those other places because they support the channel. Dragon's Maze was, in my memory, one of the biggest flops in Magic history. Other than, the random Shockland, the only card that really, you want to see is a Voice of Resurgence. Very powerful card. I mean, there's Ralzeric as a Planeswalker, which is pretty good. But then there's also Elemental tokens in this set that are worth as much as $8. So, tokens and, one card, one random mythic. But it's still a fun set, and I think we're going to go through it in a just the sauce type format. So how many of you guys were around for Dragon's Maze? I feel like I remember being obviously really hyped for Voice of Resurgence, but at first I don't know if anyone really saw it being like crazy good, but I do remember a lot of hype around Ralzeric, but he just didn't make the impact that I think you would expect from a Planeswalker. But overall, it was still part of a fun set to draft, which is definitely important, in my opinion. But that's also because I draft a lot. I draft a lot. So we're going to go straight to the uncommons. Showstopper, Woodlock Crawler, Turn and Burn. That saw some play for sure. And our first rare is Prior Wild Shaman. And we're going to put our tokens aside because I don't know. I think it's an elemental token that's worth some monies, but it's hard to say. I need to get my sorting system down here. It's crazy the idea of opening a expensive token, but Spike Juster, that was solid in the Rakdos draft deck. Protect and Serve. War Leader's Helix, great card. That saw a lot of constructed play. And a Render Silent. Got to be careful with these. There may be Shocklands in here. So I don't think you could get, if I remember right, I don't think you could get a foil Shockland, but they were randomly inserted, and thank goodness they were, because I'm not sure anyone would have bought much of this. Far and Away, that's how I play too. Strong limited card. Feral Animist. Bred for the Hunt. And Viral's the Scar Striped. Legendary Creature, Possible Commander. A Simic Guildgate. We are looking for Voice of Resurgence. We are looking for Ralzeric. We're looking for a token. Trostani Summoner is hands down first pickable in draft, and you played that and you most often won the game. I remember Selesnya was just crazy OP in draft. Exava, Rakdos Blood Witch, and a Gruul Guildgate. It's funny that these cards actually feel kind of old to me now. This was the first set I came back to The first block that got me re-addicted to the game. Scab Clan Giant. Another Trostani Summoner. Putrefy, very good premium removal. Progenitor Mimic. Okay, this is a couple dollar card. There might be a Shockland in here because I see extra cards, but I'll go with the Mythic. 6 mana, 0/0. You may have Progenitor Mimic enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it gains at the beginning of your upkeep. If this creature isn't a token, put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of this creature. So, super gross. Oh, we have a foil. That's what I'm seeing. A foil Riot Control. We've got Dat Rakdos Gilgate. The interesting thing was, one of the other things about this set is there were Gilgates, I think, in every pack to help facilitate drafting, make it a little easier, make your land bases easier, things like that. And I appreciated that as a newer player. Scab Clan Giant. Rot Farm Skeleton. Bred for the Hunt. And another Mythic. Back-to-back Mythics. Deadbridge Chant. 6 mana. When Deadbridge Chant enters the battlefield, put the top 10 cards of your library into your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose a card at random in your graveyard. If it's a creature, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put it in your hand. I definitely played some brews against that. You know, some self-milling decks. And it's probably sees some play out there. I mean, I just don't know every deck that exists. Everyone's favorite was the Cluestone. I think my record for Cluestones in a pack was like 4. Let's see, this pack's got 2 at least. Okay, just 2. So that's pretty good. Far and away. Solid, because you can bounce something and make them sacrifice. So you could bounce something that doesn't have hexproof and make them sacrifice something that does. Profit and Loss. Skylasher. That's some standard play if I remember. Because there's a 2/2 flash, it can't be countered, it has reach and protection from blue. So it's got a lot going on there. Nivik Cyclops, a solid card, and some popper builds right now I played against. Got destroyed by. Bronzebeak Moa, another OP Selesnya card for draft. Wear and Tear. Debt to the Deathless. I always wanted to take this card. This is also the set where I obviously claim my allegiance to Orzhov. Advent to the Worm. This saw some play too for a while, and it's just a fun card. An absolute powerhouse in draft because you could cast a 5/5 Worm with Trample at their end step, and then there's a lot of ways to make copies of it in this set. And there were even some enchantments that just did it in your upkeep, so you could really get out of control with it. Showstopper. Woodlot Crawler, Species Gorger, and Sire of Insanity. Solid card. 6 mana, 6/4. At the beginning of each end step, each player discards his or her hand. So that's definitely a fun card against control. What? You can't hold on to 7 counter spells at one time? Aww. Aww. Control players. Cheer. Spike Juster. Korozda Gorgon, Gleam of Battle, and Plasm Capture. Ooh, and we have a foil Showstopper. That's pretty looking, though. Where is my... I mean, this the boxes of Dragon's Maze certainly are complete. Even if you get an incredible deal on it, I mean, it's like expensive Shockland and Voice Resurgence or bust. We've already got 2 Mythics, so I don't know. Gruul Warchamp, Ascended Lawmage, Blast of Genius, and Aetherling. This is saw a finisher as a finisher in control builds for a while. Very strong card. Very difficult to kill. You almost had to wait for the opponent to make some sort of mistake. Showstopper. Down and Dirty. Blaze Commando. And Blood Scrivener. Oh, yes! A foil Cluestone. Alright, we got there, boys. We got there. Foil Cluestone for the win. It's, I mean, I don't know. I should probably just stop opening this box now and draft the rest of it because I've extracted 100% of the value. Toil and Trouble. Sin Collector, solid card. Goblin Test Pilot, and Tajik, Blade of the Legion. You know, these legendary creatures, probably this guy might not be a bad commander, because whenever it and at least 2 other creatures attack, it gets +5/+5 until end of turn. Although, I don't know. Can you attack with your commander? I feel like you can. I'm very new to Commander, so I'm sure some people just fell out of their chair that I said that. But that's why I bring guys like Alex in, because you guys deserve the content you want. And I know guys like Alex know Commander, and that's why he does it. And I don't try to muddle my way through some sort of Commander faux deck tech, at least until I play a little bit more. Woodlock Crawler, well, I play it at all, really. Give and Take. Turn and Burn, solid card. Flesh and Blood. So, I know Alex is really trying to get me to play some EDH, and I think in the springtime things will slow down for me with the day job. And now that I've set a set streaming schedule, Haunter of the Night Vale, Protect and Serve, Rot Farm Skeleton, and Beck and Call. Whenever creatures enter the battlefield this turn, you may draw a card, or you can do either or. Also, both. You can fuse by casting them for... You could cast this for 8 mana and put 4 1/1 white bird creature tokens onto the battlefield. So, by the way, I'm streaming on Twitch 3 days a week now, including one daytime stream for you people across the pond in both directions. And that would be when I stream Monday nights from 5 p.m. Central till about 10 p.m. Central. Wednesday mornings, I'll start around 10 or 11 a.m. Central my time, and go till 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And then Friday nights after FNM, starting at about 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. So make sure, I'm definitely going to try to go out of my way to include international fans of the channel. Profit and Loss, and Virals, second Virals. And we've been having, between 100 and 200 people on stream every time, and that's awesome. And we're getting close to subscriber goals that are going to continue to unlock more emotes and then add extra days to my stream. I mean, to be honest, I'd rather stream 5 days a week and do like all my product openings live on stream and then port them over to YouTube afterwards. Sin Collector, that's where I'm heading. Warped Physique, Goblin Test Pilot, and a Pontiff of Blight. So YouTube's going to still get the same amount of content, except if you watch me on Twitch, you'll be able to watch me do this live. So we could be hanging out, and I could be interacting with chat right now. So once we reach, a couple hundred subscribers there, which maybe we'll do in a year or so, I definitely see myself on Twitch more than YouTube these days. War Leader's Helix, Wear and Tear, Sideboard Tech, Notion Thief, Boros Guildgate. What I like about Twitch is the interaction. Like, I like opening stuff, but I would love to be chatting with you while I'm doing it. And YouTube, I have to get back into the comments, and then, sometimes people don't reply, or I don't reply, and that way it's a real-time way to hang out. So the link will be in the description below. Restore the Peace, Armed and Dangerous, Corrose the Gorgon. Oh, I thought it was another. Okay, Vrel the Hulklade. Pretty solid card. Another Boros Guildgate. Every time I see Guildgate, I keep thinking it's a Shockland. We still have not seen a Shockland. But I don't know how many you could have expected in a box. Maybe 1 or 2. I don't think they ever guaranteed something like that anyway. Armed and Dangerous, Agellan Sphinx, Blaze Commando, and Melik. Is it Paragon? And our foil, Rurik Thar. Foil Rurik Thar might be an intro pack rare if I remember right, but It's a cool card though. Oppressive. Probably a great commander. We got Spike Jester. Oop. Oh, I hit the mic. That's going to be loud. Sorry about that if I forget to edit it. Haunter of the Night Vale, War Leader's Helix, and Emeria Tandris. Strong. Sacred Foundry. There we go. There's a fetch, or a Shockland. I'll take that. All right. We're up to about $10. But we've got about half the box left to go. So that's a thing. Bronzebeak Moa. Ascended Law Mage. Rot Farm Skeleton. Scion of Vitu Ghazi. This thing is a house in draft. I remember that. Then there's battlefield. You cast it from your hand. Put a 1/1 white bird token in the flying in the battlefield. Then populate. So yeah, you get 2 birds at least. But if you had, like, say, a 5/5 trampling worm out there, you could copy that instead. I was trying to remember the name of that mechanic. So I'm glad we opened a rare with that. Restore the Peace. Far and Away. Goblin Test Pilot, and Dragon Shift. Fun card. I bet you this gets played in Commander. Well, probably everything gets played in Commander in some deck, right? Gruul War Chant. Profit and Loss. Bred for the Hunt. And a Savage-Born Hydra. Our 3rd Mythic, so I don't like our chances to find a voice. But this is a X and a red and a green, so if you have 6 mana, you can get a 4/4 double striking Hydra that you can put more counters on later. So definitely a sick card to open in draft. I imagine in formats where mana is easier to come by, it's probably see some play as well. Gruul War Chant. Far and Away. Flux Charger. And a Reap Intellect. Oh, another Mythic. Ah, crummy. 4th Mythic. X and 4 mana. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose up to X non-land cards from it. Exile them. For each card exiled this way, search that player's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that card and exile them. It's pretty powerful. We have a Bane Alley Blackguard. And a Selesnya Guildgate. Well, I don't think we're going to see a voice in this box. That is our 4th Mythic. And no Ralzeric, no voice. But still really fun to go through this. And thanks again to MTG Card Market for sending it. Because still tons of fun to go through this. Just to remember. Like Alive and Well, great card, right? You can put a token onto the battlefield and gain 2 life for each creature you control. Very powerful in the Selesnya draft archetype. Putrefy, gotta love that. Here's a Rurik Thar to go with our foil Rurik Thar. I'm gonna have to go back through this box and look for that token because I've been not watching for it. Because I've been running my mouth too much. Unflinching Courage, solid card. Species Gorger. Corozda Gorgon, and a Teysa. 4/4 for 7. Vigilance, protection from other creatures. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, destroy that creature. Put a 1/1 white-black spirit token with flying onto the battlefield. Very powerful. Oh, right, hey! A Teysa and a Breeding Pool. That's good to see. Okay. All right, well, we got 2 Shocklands out of it. Maybe we can luck sack out into a 3rd Shockland. That would be all right. Yeah. Showstopper. Gleam of Battle. Wear and Tear. And Skylasher. Spirit Token. Okay, just a few packs left. So if you guys enjoy the openings, I'm trying to do more product openings now. I've had to lead heavier on channel sponsors. But I feel like I've been upping the amount of booster boxes I've been able to upload. It's obviously your guys' favorite content. Carnage Gladiator, Feral Animist, Blast of Genius, and Lavinia the 10th. And a foil War Leader's Helix. Okay. I'm trying hard to bring a couple of EDH videos every month to you. So hopefully I can keep convincing Alex to come in and help with that. And hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to do my own deck techs and stuff. Trostani Summoner. Krasis Incubation. Give and Take. And a Catch and Release as our rare. And Twitch, you know, I've been spending a lot of hours every week on twitch.tv/MTGHeadQuarters. If you're interested at all in ever watching me play live and hang out, I do openings live right now on stream. I open packs, we hang out, we play Pauper. I play Pauper against you guys. I take challenges from the chat. Ascended Law Mage, Maw of Obsidat, Blaze Commando, and Mirko Vosk. This card was so OP in draft. That's part of it. That's a lot of fun. So if you hang out on stream, you've seen me. I'll play anybody for the most part in any format that I've decks in. So if you want to play Magic against me on stream, that's another reason to come over to twitch.tv/MTGHeadQuarters. And if I'm not live right now, you can still hit the follow button there, which is like the little heart, and make sure you tell it to notify you when I go live. So then you'll get an email when I go live. Scab Clan Giant, Toil and Trouble, Give and Take, and a Gaze of Granite. All right, 4 packs left. I feel like hoping for a voice is really greedy, but also hoping for a third Shockland's probably really greedy. So let's just hope for a foil voice, because why not go all the way? Haunter of Nightvale, Unflinching Courage, Debt to the Deathless. Well, we got a 5th Mythic, but unfortunately it's another Deadbridge chant. That's a pretty Gruul Gilgate, though. Foil Gilgate. Rakdos Gilgate. Well, 5 Mythics normally would be pretty solid for a booster box. I tell you that much. Jellin Sphinx. Debt to the Deathless. Flux Charger. Oh, I saw this and I was like, ready and willing. This is a very strong card. Selesnya Splash Black was really, really powerful. It was greedy, but in draft. So last 2 packs. Will we find another Shockland? Will we find a voice? Tune in right now to find out. Alive and Well. Bronzebeak Moa, Blast of Genius, and Renounce the Guilds. This saw some play though. It gets around hexproof. It makes you sacrifice a multicolored card. So whatever. All right, last pack. So again, thank you MTG Card Market for sending this cool stuff up to share with the subscribers. They actually sent some other stuff that I'm going to be doing some giveaways on. So stay tuned for that. I've got a giveaway going on right now on my Twitter and Facebook. Make sure you get in on that. And hopefully you're having fun. Make sure you subscribe for notifications every time I upload a new video. Take your suggestions down below for sure. You can become a patron and tell me exactly what to open. Whatever you want. Sin Collector, Gleam of Battle, Turn and Burn. Oh, Plasma Capture. Whoop, that's a rare. It's hard to remember. And we got a foil Deputy of Acquittals. All right. Well, you know, notables, definitely, you know, pretty. I mean, we have a lot of mythics. I mean, that's a thing. Breeding Pool is a nice pull. 5. Sacred Foundry, that's good. Our foil rare is Rurik Thar. Let's see here. Aetherling was really notable for a while. Probably is in some other formats. There's another Debrich Chant. Progenitor Mimic. So, I mean, at one time this probably would have been a spicy box. 5 Mythics. And 2 Shocklands. I'm fine with that. Overall, pretty good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon. Use all different kinds of content. So if you haven't yet, click on my face to subscribe. If you want to watch more videos, I've got some sweet playlists, including this one, where I open up every fat pack ever created. I've also got this one over here where I open just about anything vintage and old and expensive for your enjoyment. And all this is made possible by the awesome backers at our Patreon, which is linked in the description of every video. Hop on over there, check it out, see if it's something you might want to consider. If not, sit back, enjoy, and I'll still love you.